This is the call from the ancestors to sail to new skies and reconnect our people across the entire ocean.
Incredible job on Moana 2. I love this film, I love this franchise, and here we are in paradise, right? This doesn't get better. Can you elaborate on Moana's inner turmoil being called by her ancestors? Now, how does she balance that conflict through her emotions and her sense of duty?
Ooh, great first question. We meet Moana 3 years after we last saw her. She is now a tautai, or a master navigator, and she wants to be out on the water for longer periods of time, but she also has a younger sister, Simea, who's also 3, and she is vibrant and bold and so similar to Moana in many ways. This creates some tension. The stakes have only risen when Moana gets a call from the ancestors to voyage even further than she has before to reunite the people of the entire Pacific. That means she's leaving not only her mother and father, who she loves dearly, but her entire community, who now look up to her as their first tautai, or master navigator, and her little sister, who I have cousins, and I know when children are at that age, they grow up so quickly. And the idea that Moana may never come back is heartbreaking and tears her in two.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love the scene where Moana's sister is introduced to the sea. And I also love that the sea is a character in this film.
Yes.
Can you talk about how the evolution of her relationship with the ocean in this film?
Absolutely. Ocean, as we affectionately call them, is also an animated character. This is I wanted to say someone, but the ocean truly has a role to play and has had Moana's back. When we are leaving Motunui, Moana promises Simea that she will come back and that the ocean really is a friend of hers. The ocean is not animated throughout the entirety of the world, and when Moana journeys into new waters, she doesn't have that support. And I feel like growth is such a central theme in this film, and not being able to rely on the same people or the same support group as you did years prior forces you to grow up.
Right. Speaking of growth, how do you think Moana's journey in the film kind of reflects real-life challenges many face between their personal and community obligations?
Oh, that's a good one. I always have loved Moana because I feel so similarly that she has a great sense of community, a great sense of self, a fantastic connection to culture. There is like a deep sense of knowing that makes her wise beyond her years. But I have also asked the question that is posed in the song Beyond: who am I when I leave home? Who am I when I am miles and miles away from my people? And I think Beyond is an incredible power ballad written by Barlow and Bear that continues or answers the question of how far I'll go beyond.
I love that. Speaking of that, you mentioned the songwriters captured Moana's growth beautifully. What was it like working with Abigail and Emily on this film?
Oh, they're excellent. I adore Abigail and Emily. Like, first of all, as humans, like it's really nice when I respect and I am in awe of the people that I work with. They are both savants in their own right, and I also really appreciated that they listened to my desire of wanting to show Moana's growth through voice.
Sure.
They already had their lyrics attached to the songs, but listening to also Abigail's voice as my scratch meant that I was like, I want to add a riff here, I want to add something cool here, and that is just so fun to play with. So I first learned all of the music, sang it perfectly, and then the joy of animation is then I do a character run where I throw all the music out the window and it's running and jumping and shouting and just adding life to the song instead. So I'm as big of a fan of Barlow and Bear as anyone else, and to hear their creation, I love it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. Now, obviously, everybody loves Moana and Maui together. Talk to me about how their relationship has evolved in the second film.
I feel like in the first film, Moana and Maui's relationship was a little more hierarchical. Maui is a demigod, but this time around, it feels like they're peers. They respect each other. Moana sees Maui still as a mentor, but Maui sees Moana as a tautai, a master navigator who can hold her own. And in the first film, Moana gets Maui out of a rut, and this film it's turned on its head. You know, their friendship is really strong.
Love it. I love it. You are incredible in this film. I love
you.
Moana 2. Fantastic job. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Maui?
Boat snack! Oh! Boat snack upgrade. Bacon and eggs?